All right, so yeah, you get to the hole, and there's about 15 feet up to the surface. Terrace, you see them come out, and Logar is currently carrying this large set of plate armor over one arm, has the handle of a treasure chest in the other, and you see Sirach kind of in small halfling form doing his best to carry the treasure chest with two arms, like
I'm
Yeah,
kind of
trying to
with
just
dragging
drag
it.
both
it.
arms
Yeah.
like
He's got
above
it
my
like an
head.
inch off the. Yeah, he's just like barely lifting it. I'm just dragging it behind me. That would be a good time for that rope, lad.
Yeah, right. Hold on. I rush over to the other hole where I dropped the rope down earlier, grab it, I throw it down um, this new hole where those two are now
Mm-hmm.
standing in.
There's a rope that dangles down in front of you.
Little one, you first. Then you can help pull us up.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll just kind of shimmy up the rope.
Yeah, you're fairly light, so the two of you are able to get up there, no issue. Get to the surface. The ground is just a big dirty mess. But you feel confident that it's pretty sturdy now that the worm's gone. The tremors were the most dangerous thing.
I yell down to Logar, "Hey, tie off the rope onto the chest and then climb up here. We can all haul up the chest at once."
Sure. I tie it to the. I loop it through both handles on either side of the chest, and then I climb up the rope.
Yeah, all of you two. So that's probably around 50 to 60 weight altogether.
Well, they're not pulling the chest as I'm coming up. I'm just climbing the rope so I can help pull the
Okay.
chest up.
Yeah. Yeah, you are you still carrying the plate gear?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna go ahead if someone wants to aid him. Aid
Yeah, I
is
would-
roll plus bond. And then since you didn't use your forward, I would allow
I
you
don't
to
have
use
any
that.
bonds, so.
No, does anybody else have a bond with him? You don't have to have a bond. You can still roll to aid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Just-
be going into Goliath form to kind of help pull
Okay.
up the rope a little bit
There's
anyway.
then I'll use the +1.
Okay, yeah, you're able to get up just fine. But next time, let's wait until we get everything discussed before we start rolling.
All right.
But yeah, you're able to get up, and then you guys eventually get the chest and everything up there. Terrace, you know that Logar is kind of dripping in this acid that when it hits the ground, it kind of sizzles before it goes out. His armor is definitely kind of darker than it was before.
That worm really did a number on you, didn't it?
It did. And I found new armor. And we killed it.
Oh, thank goodness. That thing was
Or
ridiculous.
did we? Oh. No, we killed it.
Oh, it's definitely
Don't scare
dead.
me like that.
Well,
Alright.
you're all here. You got the chest and everything up. You all want
what's
to
in the
do.
box?
Maybe we should head back and tell the chief and his people that this monstrosity is already taken care of.
Well,
Then we'll-
what's in the box?
The box is
we'll
locked.
still get to see what's in the box.
Well, then we'll carry it back. Maybe the chief will open it for
Yep,
us.
we'll take it back to camp.
Right, yeah. You guys make your way back to camp, and you're actually greeted. He can tell, like, you guys have obviously succeeded. He ushers you inside again and provides you all with the tea. So you take another D10 healing, and he asks you to tell him the story of how you slayed the beast of the plains.
I was swallowed. Alive. Yeah, of course. It was a harrowing fight. and and uh, and and with great help, he managed to slay the beast by chopping it in half.
Yeah, he's very happy to hear this, and he goes to Sirach. So, upon our agreement, you wanted us to provide you with some of this silk. I have fashioned you this instead. And he brings out this kind of like a kamachi, like an oriental type tunic. Um, it's red, or it's red. It's not bread. It's a kind of a darker red, but towards the chest, it kind of has a unique symbol that you actually recognize as being a symbol of the god. What is it?
The symbol itself.
Mm-hmm.
Was it of theirs or the forest?
It, your your god
forest.
is their god.
Okay. Um, it's got a nice, like, shimmery green kind of texture to it, and it's just a circle with a little bit of yellow at the top, and then basically like some kind of curved lines coming from the left up to the center. There's like 4 of them.
Yeah, he hands it and he says, "Wear this, and you will be protected from whatever weather might be, and it will also make your skin a little more protected than it was before." So we'll just call this the tunic of the god. It actually doesn't weigh anything. It has a 0 weight. It's a +1 armor, and it gives you basically resistance to weather effects. So rain, snow,
Jesus.
over exhaustion and heat, that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So is there what he's becoming a god while being tied to a god. Okay.
And you think of this, it's like I said, kind of a tunic kind of parka thing. It goes over mostly your chest. It kind of comes down to right above your knees. So obviously you're gonna have to figure out what happens with it when you go into beast forms. But yeah, as a halfling, you have a nice little thing to wear.
It becomes a scarf anytime he turns into a wolf.
Yeah, pretty much.
Turns like into an ankle bracelet when he turns into a giant.
No, it's just like it's like a little cape. It's just like a little bitty cape off the back of my back.
More like a poncho. It's got big cuts down the side. It just kind of hangs around your neck.
I mean, yeah, it's tunic. It'll just basically kind of unwrap it a little bit in the front and then change.
Yeah. Oh, and we also have this chest we found. We did not know if it was yours or someone else's.
That's probably a chest from one of the many traders that this creature has taken away from us. Yeah, let me help you with that. And he makes his hand kind of go into smoke, and he actually reaches inside the chest and like messes around with the locking mechanism from the inside, and it just pops open. And what do we get? Don't worry, I've toned down the well, I say I've toned down. Yeah.
Why?
So you all
1,000
this.
cock rings. Oh. Okay.
Holy.
Hold on.
So that's the total amount of coin in there, or is that for each?
That's a total amount of coin. There's 2,020 coins
Okay.
and 10 gems worth a total of, or 10 gems worth 130 coins.
So 673 gold pieces for each of us if we separate it up. and then 10 gems. So
But that's not all. There's
Oh.
also a silver flute that kind of has some gems on it.
of course there is. I'm just typing these so I remember.
Mm-hmm.
These. So 4, 6. 3 gems with a gem left over a piece.
Yeah.
That
And then
it?
you have the treasure box itself, which is a chest. Probably worth about maybe 50 gold itself, if cleaned.
Can we sell the treasure chest to the people here?
No, they seem to be more like we'll sell. They just give their their silks. They don't really have like a storefront or anything to be able to buy, especially not that much. I think
Well,
the healer's probably the richest one here, but she calls the money shinies, so I doubt she's very good with accounting.
The gold is gonna weigh. It weighs
A lot.
a pound for every 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
6 pounds of gold. And then the gems are, how much do they weigh?
I think altogether I'll say 1 pound.
Okay, so they won't weigh anything when we split them up. Who gets the extra gem?
And the flute doesn't weigh anything either.
And the flute in the box.
I say you should be getting it, Logar, because you were the one that finished off the beast.
Agreed.
Very well. 4 gems. Worth 130 apiece. And then, who gets the flute?
I say the ranger should. You might call him a little companion.
If you really think that I deserve the flute, then I guess I could try.
I can't actually carry all of the gold.
Neither can I.
I will say if you keep it all in the chest itself, the chest is 5 pounds. We'll just say that. We'll just GM that. 5 pounds for the chest, with all that stuff inside it.
I can't carry the chest with all of it in there either.
I actually can.
Well, then you carry it, and we'll divvy it up when we get back to town.
Sounds good.
Just make sure we write it down, all the stuff we get. That way we can just.
I'll write it all in the explanation tab. So,
Yeah, I've got mine written down in my gear, so.
what do you have written down then?
673 gold, 4 gems, and that's what I get.
Not bad for just the 3 of you.
Yeah.
To be honest, we should just kind of divide it up and put it in our respective places, and then we'll just, actually divvy it up when we get to town. So that way we don't have to remark everything on our sheets.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I did. I just wrote it down. That way, when we get to town, it'll be all done. We'll just have to do whatever with it.
Well, they offer you again another night of kind of celebrations and all just happiness of extra food and some, wine and all of that, since this creature is now dead and their spiders will be able to extend their range while they wander, perhaps increasing the supply of silk they receive.
I can finally rest now. Well, no, I can't. We didn't actually kill the horse thief.
No, we have not.
No, but again, they did kind of tell you where it was, so hopefully someone was paying attention to that.
Yeah, it's down here
Yeah.
with these mountains. I think.
We had to pass what? The forest, the mountains, and then a desert, and then we got to it, and then it should be near a lake, right?
I think it's down here.
Something like that, I guess. Wait until,
It's gonna
Video
be
ever comes
further
out.
than that.
because I mean,
But
they
yeah,
gave you
it's
specific,
pretty-
like, step-by-step direction.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
All right. So you guys spend the night, and you wake up, and you've got about another day and a half to get back to the city. So what do you guys want to do?
Say we head back.
Yeah, I think heading back is probably the best thing to do.
First though,
Yeah, I want to stop by the Goths and kind of.
I want before I
Talk to
go
them.
anywhere, I want to see if I can get that armor cleaned up here.
Yeah, they kind of just splash water on it and try to rub it off, but it doesn't seem to. If
Okay,
anything,
well-
it kind of makes it worse. They're not blacksmiths, so they don't really know how.
Okay, well, thanks for trying. Well, okay, well then let's go back, I guess.
Okay. Well, you guys spend the night. You wake up in the morning. It's very kind of windy today. The temperature is pretty chilly, but I think because you guys are having to do a little bit extra work to carry all this stuff, you're keeping pretty warm. It's not too bad. When you
Yeah.
get close to the blue flowers, the stench is it's bad.
Oops. I just
It's pretty rancid. The earth again has kind of reformed to cover up some of the smaller cracks and stuff. Do you guys want to spend any time here doing anything else before you head out?
I'll make sure and pick up my staff.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
can
there.
we-
It's a little damaged, but it's
it
still a
was never
staff.
complete anyways. So.
Exactly.
It's not damaged. It's
Oh no,
being
Oh.
it
formed
was
into
it
what
was
should be.
damaged.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, from the damage, it's being formed into the final product.
There you go.
Can we
Oh, so that's what hit me in the face.
yeah. Can we search the area for any other kind of loot? Or
Well,
something?
what does the ranger know about poisons?
Mainly they are internally afflicting. In order to actually be affected by poisons, usually it's ingested or put into the body in some way. There are few skin-related poisons that on contact will immediately have an effect or will slowly have an effect on you over time.
Well,
Not exactly sure what this worm might have had in the way of poisons.
go ahead and roll me some spout lore against your intelligence. We'll see how much you might know about what this worm had.
Cancer.
Sure. Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not clear.
XP.
You just know not to rub it in your face.
Yeah, like
Yes.
it's probably it's stomach acids and just blood and other things that worms have inside them. So
You can tell from what armor I have left. It's not good for you.
let's see. Yeah, as you guys are searching around, we probably come across a couple like skeletal remains. I think you probably find another bundle of arrows while you're searching around, Paris. If somebody wants to roll me discern realities, we'll see how much we're actually able to find around here.
Don't
Just
look at
add
me.
the bundle Should I just add the bundle
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now?
Go ahead and add the bundle. You were able to find that.
That would be probably you, Faison. You probably either you or said I have the highest wisdom.
Against wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Not that. Not that. Rest those. Oh, that's
Actually,
boring.
could Logar actually hold the bundle of arrows? I can't hold the chest if I take it.
Yeah, I can hold the bundle of arrows. How much do they weigh? Just the pound?
It's just a pound and it's 3 ammo, so
Okay.
Yeah, I think you find like a random sword. I think you find 4 rations. You find a handbook of etiquette for nobles of an empire that fell. And a small round shield, like the pirate boarding shield. Find one of those as well.
How much does the sword weigh?
A pound.
I'll
It's
take
not
this.
like a fancy sword. It's just standard, halberd or knight style short sword.
I'll take it.
And the 4 rations, random book of etiquette for nobles of an empire that fell,
The book weighs a
and
pound.
a
as well.
small shield.
I can take one more thing that weighs a pound, folks. Does the book weigh
Same here.
anything?
No.
Well, then I'll take the book as well. I don't know how to spell etiquette.
What was the other thing? Just the shield?
Yeah, a small shield, 4 rations.
Is the rations gonna weigh anything for 4?
If there's 4 rations, it doesn't weigh anything.
I'll just
Yeah.
grab both
I
of those
think.
then.
Yeah, 5 rations weighs
It
1
does. It's still 1 pound. It's basically anything over 5 would be 2. So 5 or
Oh,
less is
okay.
1 pound.
Okay,
much
well,
does
I'll
this-
just
You
take
guys
the
don't
rations.
have to
We can
take
leave
this
the
stuff.
shield.
I mean, it's just there.
What's the shield weigh?
Let's see. Shields weigh.
Mine's a bigger shield. And it
Yeah,
weighs
I would say
2
one
pounds.
weight on the shield as well.
What
I've
happens
only
when
got
you,
1, so I'll take the rations.
What happens when you get to your load limit?
Get to is fine. Over is the issue.
Okay, then I'll take the shield.
Right.
Come
Cool.
on.
Well, gents, let's head up to the Ghost Camp.
Sure. Hopefully they can buy things. If not, we have to keep moving.
No, they will not have any need for these things.
Yeah, it takes you pretty much all day to get there. By the time that you're getting to the camp, the sun is pretty much set. The moon's up. But Sirach, you're greeted by familiar faces, green, leafy faces that are happy to see you. They explain how they felt troubled that something may have been causing you great harm and ask you to tell you what have you been doing.
How do you pronounce those people's name? Kohari?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were down assisting the Kohari in defending their spiders. There was a giant worm underground that was killing off their stock and their soldiers, and we helped them slay it. And yes, it was quite painful.
Yes, the beast of the plains. We've heard many foul deeds of our friends to the south. I see they have honored you with some of their gear. You wear it quite well, and I see you have been. You've placed the emblem of our god on it. It's a very honorable thing of you to do.
It was very honorable of them to do, and I would recommend establishing a relationship with them again, as they have not heard from you for quite some time.
Ah, well, you know why that would be. It's only just recently that we've been able to regrow. Your friend Rohan destroyed most of our tribe. It's only been the past few months we've been able to get anything reestablished.
I understand, and I apologize for his actions. But
It's
in
okay.
the
It
future,
seems
when you can.
it seems nature has taken upon themselves to cause him to stay cooped up, as it were, in the past few months. Well, they again provide you with food. Logar and Terrace. So you guys are in a very similar style camp, but this one is more hides. Something that you are probably very familiar with, Terrace. They use a lot of the similar techniques, but you can also tell they don't they don't use things that were recently alive. They will only skin and tan creatures that have already died. They will not kill them. The only like wood that they have are clearly from fallen trees. They will not cut down a tree to get it. And most of their food is not it doesn't appear to be something they pulled, like a fruit they would have pulled off a vine, maybe a fruit that fell on the ground and they picked it up, or something that may have gone bad a little bit. It's not enough to make you sick, but they pretty much do not take from nature. They wait for nature to give them what they need.
I think I could learn a thing or two from these people because they are quite similar to me. I don't hunt to kill. I barely kill at all unless
Well,
it's actually trying to kill me.
I don't know how long it takes you guys, but eventually, Logar and Terrace, you notice that while they're speaking to you, they're not moving their lips. In fact, you feel like everything they're saying is in your head.
I am thoroughly freaked out. I don't show it, but inside my armor, I'm really weirded out.
He's just sitting there trembling.
I'm not trembling. I'm just stoic, but inside my brain's just like, what the hell is happening today?
Is, like, nice and pristine, like, well, rusted, but like,
yeah, I'm still.
the armor is sitting still, but inside you're just like, oh.
What is happening? How is this creature talking to my mind?
Yeah, I mean, they look kind of strange because they are like dark green covered in like leaves and grass, but you can tell there's still some kind of skin underneath. They have really beady eyes. A lot of them have tails and stuff, and it seems like a lot of the weapons they use are either again some waste material, fallen trees and all that, or stuff they can actually create from their bodies. Especially the archers, you actually have taken time to look at them, and the bows are actually attached to their body.
Magical. This place is truly magical.
Well, something else that you notice within here is they have a lot of these fox type creatures running around. They're really, really bright red, and they have two tails. There's actually a few new pups that are in the back of the main master's tent. There's like 3 small fox pups just hanging out, eating on a really, really big egg-like looking fruit. It's bright red, but they're munching down on one of those. There's probably about 10 younger juveniles here now that you've noticed, Sirach. You still recognize the 3 matron mothers. They're still there. All of the men that had been here have kind of grown up a little bit. They just seem to be a little more bulky. And you still see they've actually increased their stock of their elk. They actually have about 5 or 6 of their elk. The elk are very similar to the these creatures. Their skin is dark green and kind of has grass-like fur, and all of its antlers are branch-like with small leaves on them. And they stand pretty big. So you can tell they definitely have regrown fairly quickly. I mean, compared to what you would think a normal civilization, especially if they're devastated in the way they were, I guess being part plant really helps you to regrow.
I'm gonna
But,
poke Terrace and like, you should get one of those as your companion. One of those giant elk.
Companions aren't just fun. It's a connection. It has to happen naturally. It's something I can't choose.
Oh, shame.
Although the foxes do kind of remind me of my older brothers. Yeah. Well, two tails are definitely interesting.
One of the larger juvenile males comes over and squats down in front of you. You don't have connection with animal?
Sadly, no.
Why is this? Connection easy.
I'm not sure. It's not that I don't connect with nature. It's a special bond between a person and an animal for a ranger like me. I mean,
Yes, animal lives here. He pounds his heart. All creature of nature live here. Pounds his heart again.
I couldn't agree more.
Who lived there for you?
He just kind of stands there silently, unsure of what to say.
You'll need to have dream walk. Meet your spirit animal. You want me help?
Sure, I love the assistance.
This
I love
one,
assistance.
he's gonna go on a dream walk. He calls over a couple of their friends, and you can tell like they're the 20s, you know, crowd of guys like getting all hyped because they're getting somebody to do something.
Tara starts to get a bit nervous because large crowds are starting to come around him. He just kind of starts.
I kind of scoot in next to Terrace.
Yeah, so
You'll
Rocky,
be
you,
fine.
you see this as well. The juveniles are getting pumped up about something.
I'm gonna come over and watch the festivities.
One of them exits and goes and speaks with one of the patron mothers, and she kind of looks at you, Terrace. Looks back. Their lips aren't moving because you can't see the lips, but you can tell they're kind of having a serious conversation about something. Eventually, he comes over. What have you done for nature?
Well, I've just tried to protect it as much as I can. I mean, I don't want to disturb any of the beauty that's here. I hated to kill things that, like my father and my brother, my cousins, everyone have. I mean, I want to survive as much as the next person, but killing something that's beautiful just doesn't seem right.
Sirach, you feel the presence of one of the mothers in your head, and she asks, is he worthy? Is he a friend or foe of nature? Will he?
As far as I've seen, he's been quite a friend of nature.
She kind of nods, and she crafts up this drink and presents it to the juvenile, and he comes over and hands you this cup. It looks like a steaming hot mess of some kind of juice.
Would you like me to drink this then?
No, dump it on the ground. What do you think? Yes, drink.
Oh, okay. He takes a big swig of it.
You start to feel very lightheaded, so you kind of sit down and you prop against. The guys start kind of chanting, but it's kind of disturbing in your head. It's a lot of long vowels and hums, very like monk like, and you find yourself falling asleep. And you awaken, and you're back at where you came from. Your original home. Find yourself in your camp of the Aqua Room. Everything seems to be kind of echoing, but there's some kind of fight going on. There's a lot of screams and people running by, but it's just flashes and shadows. And you hear a sound from behind you. And you turn around and there's a figure cast in smoke and shadow staring back at you. What is it?
Does it seem? I was about to say, does it seem hostile or?
It's not really seeming anything. It's just there. You feel a sense to want to reach out and speak or touch.
How big's the shadow again?
It seems to be almost changing shape, where it's down to like 3 feet and up to 5 or 6 feet and growing longer and shorter and merging. It's not a clear.
I start to walk towards it.
It starts to growl, but not in a single voice.
Hmm. What's wrong?
No response. It just stands still.
I take another step and reach my hand out towards it.
As you do, you're struck with just not fear, but understanding, and you almost see through the eyes of something. It's wandering nature. It's searching for home. Do you feel like you're in the sky or on the ground?
Ground.
That's right. You're close. You're looking down, and you get the sense that you're smelling the dirt, and you're searching for something, and you look back up, and you see grass or trees.
I'm gonna say trees.
You do, but these trees are not familiar to you. These trees are yellow, and they seem to be shorter than the trees you recognize where you're from. What's strange is that it's warm here. It's not cold. What are you searching for?
Well, trying to search for shelter, someplace that to lay its head.
Yeah, you dart left, you dart right. You look behind and you know that there's something chasing you. You have the presence that there's some kind of predator out here, and you run and you run, running. You find a cave. You go into the cave and it goes to darkness. You wake up and the men are all standing above you, kind of look at you. Yes, what did you see?
A yellow forest. I something chasing after me. I don't really know, to be honest.
Tell me, was it cold or warm?
It was warm. Almost comforting.
You must have been to the jungles to the south. Whoever this creature is that you're linked to, it must reside down there.
Okay.
Keep the presence of this creature in your heart. It will come to you. It will come.
The same way that the person who spoke to me earlier before all this happened kind of beat his chest. I beat my chest in the same way. in an acceptance and response.
They kind of they laugh and slap you on the back, and you're their buddy for the night. Share drinks
That's
and
strange culture.
all of that. So you guys end up, staying there for the night. It's not as comfortable as the other place because everything kind of smells like dead animal to a point, and rotten fruit. But it's still better than outside. You guys wake up early in the morning. You head back out, kind of find your way back to the trail, follow the trail back to the city, get back to the city, and head upstairs. And
Aha.
somehow the tale of your greatness has already gotten here, and the guards are all cheering. Is it true you slayed the beast of the plains? Is it true? That's amazing. How did you do it, just the three of you? So on and so forth. It's a whole thing. You see
Cut it in half from the inside.
you see a glimpse of some frail figure in a bed sheet, kind of waddling down the street, shaking still. Strangely. He forgot where the college was.
Probably.
And yeah, you guys have slayed the beast of the plains, become friends with the Kumari, and learned a little bit more about yourself there, Terrace, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Just in time too. Let's go ahead and do our end stuff. Before we do, is there anything you guys want to do when you get back?
We divvied up everything, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
The
Let's.
gold and everything.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody gets that written down. And
I'll take my bundle arrows back from
yeah,
Logar.
and then can I buy an apartment?
Yeah.
I'll just buy an apartment.
Let's see. Yeah, it's 500.
Yeah, it's 500.
That means you get your common bedroom, which heals 1d10 HP. Which technically,
I think
I
we
should go
changed that,
through
right?
and fix all that, change all that.
Yeah, we go back to full health after the month,
Yeah.
right?
I'll change that stuff up to do something else
That-
before next
yeah,
session.
it should say when you get back to the apartment, you get healed when you're back in the city. But if you get the extra one, it does the health. It'll heal you and probably one other person or something. I don't know. Something fancy.
I think I'll do something in regards to abilities or something like that. Let's see.
Let me. Where? It's this one, right? Yeah.
The other thing is Edward did eventually get back to the school, amazingly. And he actually opened up a few of the first town upgrades for you guys. Actually, the first two. So in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about,
I do, but
Go there.
my internet won't let me open it, so.
okay. Well, you can pay to unlock certain upgrades in most of the different businesses in the city, and they provide you with bonuses and all that kind of stuff. So, because Edward retired and he was so high level, I'm allowing him to unlock a few of the upgrades for the school. First one being a library card. One character can get a bag of books at no cost per session. Doesn't do a lot for you, but it's there. The other one is each character may spend some time taking a class and earn an additional XP. So that would be another option for you to do while spending your city hold. Is now you can spend city hold for XP. So choose. But you guys should definitely take a look at that because there's things like there's quite a few followers on there, quite a few bonuses all that stuff. So sure to take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow and all that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's still too much. I'm gonna put the plate armor in my apartment.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do our end of a session stuff. So did anybody meet or fulfill their alignment?
Yes. Eliminate an unnatural menace.
Yeah. That would be an XP. If anybody had any bonds that were completed, take another XP.
What was my alignment? Deny mercy to a criminal or unbeliever. No, I don't think I did that.
I think I technically helped in a more Spirit of the Wild, because we did assist the Gohari, was it?
Kahari, yeah. Yeah, I would say you did. Right. Did you learn anything new about the world?
Yeah.
Did
think
you
so.
overcome a notable monster?
Yeah.
Did you loot a memorable treasure worth 250 coins or more?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, did you update the map?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
And if you wrote in the book last week, take another XP for that.
I wrote it in it this week. That means I leveled.
What?
I don't know how, but I leveled.
I almost leveled twice.
You don't know how? I actually leveled. I'm gonna be level 6.
Oh, lots of leveling.
I barely missed anything, but almost died twice. So
You did good, man. You did
it was a
good.
great adventure. Logar is pleased with himself as he sits on his bare floors on a cushion.
I feel I've learned lots. Awesome. Well, good times. You guys did good for just the 3 of you. I'm pretty sure other people will be a little sad they didn't get a divvy of that massive amount of coin, but you've also never faced anything that was that bad. I mean, 2 of you were inside of it, so you haven't had that happen.
I'm really surprised I didn't die while I was in it.
That's when the roll started counting.
Yeah. I started coming in too.
Thankfully, it wasn't an army of not men.
I mean, that's still out there.
I mean, I could have dealt with that a bit better this time. Like, not been this time, instead of being a mage who doesn't do anything. But he's retired, and he's helping the city, not by blowing it up. I don't know.
So one thing I do want to do is actually make another map that'll be kind of like a bounty board. What I'm going to do is put up all of the things that we can do. For example, you know, the Cartographers Guild is still looking for that lake. Stuff like that. I've been kind of skimmed over. So it'll give you guys another place to look to check out stuff. But yeah, I think that's all we have for this week. I'll definitely help you guys level up. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. So once I actually get this uploaded, thanks to anybody that was watching it. Thanks to all you guys for playing this week. We'll be back in 2 weeks with more adventures. So yeah, whoever's out there in the YouTube worlds, take care.